Welcome to Slowpoke Travel. In today's episode, we are going to review the artistic aesthetic of an Airbnb. I'm doing this not to review the Airbnb itself, but this is a new series where we will look at how an Airbnb is accented, and then we will rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. We're at another Airbnb. This is an old renovated home, kind of a Victorian home. The bottom of this house is being renovated and fixed up. I'm not sure who this old fella is, but it makes for a nice door knocker. But we're going to take a look at the artistic aesthetic of this Airbnb. The last one that we just stayed at that I made a video about was very college dorm roomy. And this one is quite the opposite of that. I love this old home. The other place that I started this series with was also a very old place. And this one might even be older. But we got some very steep stairs coming up to the second floor unit where we are staying. And when you open up, boom, it is a very large kitchen with a super duper warm and inviting and welcoming non-usable fireplace. But it's very nice aesthetically in the room. I love this tile work down here on the kitchen floor. And this lady, or fella, I'm not sure what that is. Now this here I don't like. This here has got kind of a Pier 1 import vibe to it. Now just like the last place we stayed, this has radiant heat. So there's a radiator under there. But they've got these nice little hoop-de-hoos to go over and kind of convert it into a table. There's a black and white picture of some woods, which fits very well since we're out here in the woods. It feels very rural. It is very rural. Super duper large sink. Oh my God, I love a big sink in the kitchen. We've stayed at some places lately with some dinky doo sinks, and that can be frustrating. It's a very small stove, awkwardly placed next to the fridge. I don't care how big a fridge and stove are. This here Keurig, this belongs in the dumpster. You know, if there was a dumpster here, that's where that would go. The one big drawback to this kitchen is that there's not a lot of counter space. For an Airbnb, that kind of lodging, you're probably not going to be doing a lot of cooking. What are these called? The first thing I think of is trampson. Trampson? Is that the right word? I don't know. But I love those. I like this this detail. Love the wooden floors. I just love everything about these old places. Here's a little closet space. There's some pictures on the wall here, but they're like family pictures. So I don't want to show those. This is a doorbell thing, I think. I'm not sure if it would ring, or I don't know how this works. There's some like old ringers right here. It says, do not use, please, rings upstairs and downstairs. So I think maybe if you crank those, it rings somehow. But let me go back over here to the bathroom. Look at this here, a clawfoot tub. Holy smokes. I took a shower in here yesterday, and this is actually the best clawfoot tub that I have ever used, because I'm usually not a fan of this setup, because it's a death trap. I mean, if you're a young person, this is a death trap. But when once you cross the 50-year line, then this exponentially increases in death trappiness. Because, you know, you got to get in and out of here. You don't have as much to hold on to. Oh, that's a death trap too. But I don't know. I'm nervous every time I use this kind of a cleaning setup. Now this here is interesting. Now you can pull this out and it stretches all the way across and hooks to the window over there and forms a line. So it's kind of like a little clothesline. And then you can reel it back in, because there aren't any racks in here for towels or anything. You know, they've got some hooks, but that's not ideal for hanging a wet towel on. But that's, I don't know, it's not really that nifty a thing. I mean, it's kind of cool, but I mean, I wouldn't really use it. I mean, you've got a whole yard out here, so you could just hang a line out there. So I don't know why you would hang anything in here. Now this here I don't like. These little toilet roll stands, you know, I just pull those over. You know, like if it's an emergency situation, you know, if it's an emergency toilet paper situation, you know, you need to have it more firmly anchored than that. The radiant heat, non-functioning, or at least not within our control. I like this here for the toilet paper. We've got extra toilet paper in here. This sort of looks like a creel. I don't know, maybe I'm saying that wrong. But you know, it seems like you should open this up and find like a trout in there. But instead it's, well, it's more valuable than a fish. It's toilet paper. This here again, kind of Pier 1 importy. So I don't really like it. But a very large, roomy bathroom. I mean, this is just a great Airbnb. I think we paid everything, all total included. It's, I think, 130 bucks with all your taxes and fees and whatnot. You know, it says 100 bucks, a little over 100. But you know, they add so many fees and whatnot on stuff. You can't really, that's the thing I don't like about Airbnb. But I'm gonna stay on this side of the thing so you don't see the family pictures. But here it says, do not use this door because this goes downstairs. Do not enter. I don't know what's in here because, of course, I haven't entered. The same over here. So this top of this second floor is kind of divided, and then that side over there we can't use. I don't know, I can't get a good shot of that, but it's, doesn't really work. But there's a lot of cool features. I just love an old house. Look at this pattern down here on the wooden floor. Just smells really nice in here. And this is a really nice sitting area, except for the TV. Why does every place have to have a TV? Just get rid of the TVs. Of course, Camera Girl was in here watching Gilmore Girls and Virgin River, and so people expect TVs. Camera Girl's Kindle, she was laying in here reading. Just a lovely sitting area. Very simple. Now, on my last video, you know, when I was reviewing the last little Airbnb that we were at, Perry commented, you know, that it was very cluttered and not to his liking because it had a very dorm roomy feel. He likes, Perry likes minimalism, or minimalist setting, it sounds like. So I think he would really enjoy this here because this is very spare and very tastefully outfitted. I mean, you don't get more minimalist and tasteful than that, I guess. And boring. I mean, it's boring. I mean, we can call it what it is. This here, nice little assortment of books, which is always a good idea. I don't know if there's anything good in here. The Kite Runner, that was a good one. And Robert B. Parker, he's kind of hit and miss. Oh, Thomas Harris. Which one? Hannibal, that one's no good. E.L. Doctorow. He's got some good books. But anyway, love a place with books. Get rid of the TV. Add more books. I love these ships on the wall. We're not really near the water, so I'm not sure why the ships. Then we come into the bedroom here. Really nice, comfortable bed. Another fireplace. Look at the tile work down here. This place is just super duper. I don't know, it seems awful wooden. There's a lot of wood around there. Not a lot of stone, so I don't know. It's a non-functioning fireplace. They don't want you to build a fire in there, so it doesn't seem like it would be a good idea. Anyway, not a lot to review artistically with this Airbnb. It's just a simple statement. That's what they're trying to make. Again, there's the radiant heat. They've got these little covers on them so that you can actually use it as a functional table. I really don't have much to say about the art in this place. There's not a lot of it. Just the place itself is the art. There's enough character here that you don't need character hanging on the wall. I like the super simplicity of this. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 10 out of 10. But that's it. This is us at another lodging on our trip up north as we're winding our way through the country. But boy, if every place we stayed was this nice, I would just be thrilled. Until next time, we'll see you on the road.